They took fifth in state. They went undefeated, broke records. So the opportunity to do that in the fall and then have all this happen in the springtime, I feel like kind of made up for it a little bit, right? And Jaden, she also went to state too. They were champions of their division as well. So I just want to wish Taryn all the best. I want him to remember his teachings. I want him to remember his family, his culture, that he needs to always put family first, that we always do our best to help sustain our people and our community, and that you have everything in you, all the teachings. You're a great young man. I get compliments all the time about how well-mannered you are, that you always treat adults kindly with respect. I couldn't be more proud.
Woo!
Good job, Peter. We're all super proud of you. We'll get Tana and Tom up here.
Woo! Here we go with the roast.
Jaden Thompson Sheldon.
Woo!
Well, I want to say thank you everybody for showing up. If you haven't realized, I am super extra. And it's been an emotional roller coaster for me to watch my baby girl grow up and, become a young woman. Today, as I was signing her graduation card, writing her name, I remembered it brought me back to how I was going to sign her name as a baby. And I was just like, oh my goodness, it's already been 18 years. Almost 18. So it's pre-birth that I was writing your name.
Yeah.
So I just want to say how proud I am as your mom. And you can achieve anything that you put your heart and mind to. And I hope the best for your future.
Woo!
Thank you, everyone, for. I don't even think this is on, is it?
It's on. It's on. Don't hit
Thanks,
it.
you guys, for being here. This is family, friends. Pretty much all you guys we've known. Link, got some good stories about Link on the driveway. When I first met him, he let me know, hey, Tom, and he gave a word, right? I'm like, what the heck? Right when Santana and I ended up getting together, I'm like, what the heck? I will tell you what.
That might have been Sheldon.
Couldn't be more proud of all these kids, but Link, man, just, so I remember that. I brought it up to him the other day. I'm like, dude, you just become this amazing kid. All of you, we've seen most of you growing up, between sports and all the family gatherings, man. This is a big family. It's pretty cool. Being Jaden's dad. I was going another route before Jaden was born.
Yes, you
I actually was going to go in the military. I went and took my test, did all that good stuff, and then Santana tells me we're pregnant. And that was a dream, but you couldn't even trade that for nothing. To stay home with this beautiful kid and watch her grow up to be the good kid that she is. The people that she surrounds herself with, are you kidding me? Her cousins are amazing. Her friends are all responsible, good kids. I'm saying this because I'm proud. We watch these kids in high school and they're off doing things that we don't approve of. Every single one of our kids, man, is like responsible. They're good kids. They're community oriented. Jay'd go to a dance and come home at 10 o'clock. I'm like, You're home early? Not like when I was in high school, man. So, all of these kids are gonna have a massive impact on this generation. So it's gonna be really, really cool to see what each and every one of you does. Embrace it. You guys are freaking amazing. Nobody has had to endure what you guys have had to endure.
Yeah.
Pandemic. You guys missed out on some pretty cool stuff. I know we're macho dudes. We're like, who cares about proms? Who cares about this? Y'all know you do. We're proud of all of you. And my daughter Jaden, I couldn't be more proud, even though she turned down a soccer scholarship. She's gonna hang up the cleats and go on to bigger and better things, man. I can't wait to see what she does. And you know, it's gonna be hard to see her go, so we're gonna hold on to her at the house as long as we can. To each and every one of you, super proud of you guys. So,
Yay!
Woo!
So, a lot of you guys know me. My life has had some ups and downs. I feel that as in my role here today that I need to share some words to you guys about some of my life experiences and some of the things that I've learned and my wisdom that I've gained through the years. So you guys are young, you're just starting. You don't know anything yet. You really don't. So I'm going to share some words with you that I prepared. And then we're going to finish our work and call our witnesses, and I'm going to call a couple of you guys to speak. And then we're going to open the floor up to family and friends. So today is a day of celebration, a day to celebrate your hard work. It is also a day of thanks, to be thankful for all the people who helped get you here. To be thankful for lifelong friends that you have met on your journey to get to this point. And to be thankful for all the great memories you have made in your life up to today. Now you guys are young. I'm getting up there in age, so it's my job to share some wisdom. As the years have gone, I have listened and I've learned a lot. My grandpa told me once when I was young to sit down, be quiet, and listen. I thought he was just being stern with me, but he was trying to teach me. He also told me you won't like or agree with everything you hear in life. So take what you need and leave the rest. But you give the person the respect they deserve to have their opinion and to have their time on the floor. Now these lessons I carry with me and I use them on a daily basis. And I want to give those to you guys. A lot of my lessons did come from listening, but mostly they came from my mistakes. And I have made many in my life. I have learned so much from the things I've done wrong. And generally I don't make them once or twice. I had to screw up 3 or 4 times before I thought, dang, I must be doing something wrong. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my life was choosing to pick up and use drugs and alcohol. This sent me down a very dark path for a very long time. There were many times where I thought I would not make it. This carried on for years until one day I had to make a choice between life and death. I chose life. This wasn't easy for me. I stayed focused on the end goal, and that was on my recovery. Now I have over 13 years clean from drugs and alcohol.
Woohoo!
So I share this with you today because this experience has shaped me into who I am. I did not sit back and feel sorry for myself. I did not live in the past or dwell on the wasted years. I picked myself up and I asked how I can learn and grow from this. And your guys' life experiences will in turn shape who you become. Life happens. People pass. There's pain, roadblocks, breakups, challenges. You will learn to push through. But most importantly, I want you to learn to change and grow through these tough times. Use these experiences to your advantage. Don't let the hard times stunt your growth as a person. And as this new chapter starts in your life, I want you to know it needs to start today. The world will not wait for you. The next thing you know, you'll be 42, fat, out of shape, and have a bunch of gray hair. Get started immediately. This is important. Find a passion. Find something you're passionate about and pursue that. Especially for your career. Start setting some goals and put one foot in front of the other and start moving forward. So I'm going to end with a couple of quotes that I found that can sum up what I want to say better than I can say it myself. The first one is from Steve Jobs. He said, "You've got to find what you love. And that is true for your work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle." The next one is, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living in someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." So that's kind of your guys' job now. Find what you're passionate about. You're going to live your life. You're going to always grow each and every day. I want you guys to wake up. How can I be a better person today? What can I do to improve my life? If you don't do that, you become stagnant as an individual. And we want to grow every single day. We want to learn something new. And hard times will happen, guys. They will. And how do we push through that? How do we work through those? You guys have this whole long life in front of you. Don't waste the time. Get started today. I love you guys. I'm super proud of you guys. I share my life experience with you because it's easy to kind of veer off the path. Stay focused. See what your goal is and strive to get there every day. Even if it's one small step. It's one small step after the next. And if you do that, you will succeed in this life. And it's not about all the material things. It's about what you got in here. And it's how good of a person you are. Are you giving back to your family? Are you giving back to your communities? Remember who you are. Remember your teachings. Remember everything your parents taught you, grandparents. They carry so much wisdom, and they're always going to be there for you guys. We're all here. So don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have something, you can come to any one of us. And we have that life experience and that wisdom to help guide you guys forward. So utilize what you have. Utilize the resources you have. Good job, you guys.
Woo!
One other graduate here, and it's Mauro Behar. We want to recognize Mauro. He's been a family friend. Get up here, Mauro. Football boys since they were little. Mauro, amazing kid, amazing athlete. I'm super proud to know you and super proud to have a little part in helping coach you and be a part of what you did, Mauro. Good job, Mauro.
Woo!
So we're going to get started with the second part, and we're going to call up my aunt, Marilyn Sheldon, to talk about what she witnessed here today and to give you some words of advice. So Marilyn's a college graduate, the first in our family. She left home at a young age and went away and got a degree. When she did this at that point in time, there wasn't a lot of natives that left the reservation. So it took a lot of courage for her to step away and go out and get on the outside world. So she's going to share some words with you. Let us know what she witnessed today and give some good words of advice.
Thank you, Sam. And thank you to our amazing hosts, Tom and Tana.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. to these amazing young people here. I'm very proud, and I'm going to change that. Instead of young people, I'm going to say future leaders, because you are our future. Never forget that. Okay, I prepared something because I did want to speak. I didn't know I was going to get called for this, but I wanted to speak because, and listening to Sam, you can really hear our lineage. You have come a long ways, okay? And I'll start off with what I wrote. To my family and friends, I'm grateful to be here in front of you all. Thank you for making the time to be here and honor and celebrate our future leaders. We are here to support and share this amazing time in your life. Sadly, our lives changed drastically over the last few months, but we are not giving up. We don't do that in our family. We are known to be stubborn, but yet resourceful. So we are here today to spend time with you during one of the most important times of your life, graduation. Why is that so significant? Because you made it. Through 18 years of growing up, learning so many different dynamic ideals, and you managed to do the final stretch during a pandemic. I was always told by my dad to hold my head up high, as you represent a good family. Be proud of who you are and represent it in a good way. As he told me, we have great heritage of hard workers and high-honored people. I watched him and Mom. I watched my aunties and uncles. I watched my grandparents over the years. This is really where the teaching comes from. They all had one thing in common. They were all good people. And by that I mean they helped others. They helped their families, and they were kind to everyone. I think that is something you learn by watching. You see that it does make a difference in your life, and it really does make it easier, even today. All I want for each and every one of you is to be happy. And whatever you choose to do it with pride. Do it because it's the right thing for you at this time. You will learn that each step will build on another and another. So everything that happens to you, right or wrong, is a lesson upon which you will continue to learn the rest of your life. Call them blessings now, because they are the best and the hardest lessons we will get. They actually make you who you are and who you will become. I've had many occasions in my life to change, so I did. I used each difficult situation in my life to grow, and because I had so many, I ended up with an MBA. The only reason I say this is to encourage you to use anything considered tricky or difficult to turn that into something more. Use it to your advantage. Drive yourself harder into your means of success. I know you can do it because I've seen most of you in action. We are always going to be here for you. It's okay to ask questions. I wish someone would have said that to me. The only dumb question there is the one that's not asked. Anywhere you go, anything you do, and you have a question, ask. That's how you learn more. Always strive for more. Our family has been blessed with my mom, who is an absolute gem as far as mothers are concerned. I have learned so much from her by just watching. She has taught me self-reliance through gardening, sewing, cooking, cleaning, etc. I can go on, but you get the idea. Taking care of yourself is essential. And next will come your family. These teachings that are handed down for you to live a better life. As our ancestors paid a heavy price for us to be here, we might as well make the best of it and give it our best shot. Be thankful for who you are. You are one of a kind. We need you just the way you are, because you bring yourself to the table, and that is added value. Just you. Remember that. You are important. You are worthy. Give yourself a gift and believe it. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to close with a thank you again to our amazing host and hostess, Tiana and Tom, for being so gracious. This is fabulous, and I very much appreciate being able to be here and witness all this. And all you graduates, enjoy this moment because we are. We love you, and we appreciate everything that you do and have done to get to where you're at today. And family and friends, thank you so much for supporting them and molding their minds and being a part of their life and being there, just being there. It has definitely made a difference because here we are, we're celebrating them, and my heart is overjoyed with happiness. I can't express how grateful I am to be here. Thank you.
Woo!
Great words. All right, our next witness is Michael Rios. Come on up, Michael.
All right, first thing first, I'm going to stand over here because I'm going to talk to the graduates more than talk to you.
All right.
Question for you guys first. We're going to start down here. Where do you want to be in 10 years?
Where do I want to be, or what do I want?
Where?
Hopefully a house of my own with a family. But yeah, that's the only thing I want. I want to have a good job that pays good and a lot of free time in my own house. Have two houses. Two houses. I just want to be successful in 10 years. That's it.
Same thing. I just want to be successful and work so hard that I don't have to work make so much money that I don't have to work anymore. If that makes sense.
That's early retirement.
That's really
And having travel to different places. My turn. Yeah. I want to be at a good job. I want to become an interior designer. So hopefully a good company and moved out with my own house. Yeah, good job. Successful family.
So almost
Woo!
So it sounds so everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be living a good life. Almost like you want to have an easy life, right? And that's easy to see, especially at your age, because you're always being told this is the best time of your life. But really, that word needs to change. It's not the best time of your life. This has been the easiest time of your life. You can look around you. You have all this support. You have your family. You have your friends that are taking care of you every step of the way, making sure you don't fail. Throughout the process, there's been a lot of parents who've said, there's been some good times, there's been some bad times, there's been some challenges, but through their support, standing on their efforts and energies, you guys have used that as the fuel to get where you need to be. So it's great. This is a great milestone, but that's just all it is, a milestone. This is when life is going to get hard. This is going to be when you guys have to spread your own wings and try to soar on your own, try to fly on your own. And for some of you, you haven't had that. And that's going to be something you're going to find out. It's going to be adversity. It's going to be a challenge. Learn how to do it on your own. But if you want to be successful, you want to stockpile that money, you want 2 houses, you want to see the world, you have to achieve those means on your own. It's good that you have the support of your tribe. You guys can always fall back on that. But to get out there and do it on your own, there's no greater accomplishment than that. And you hear all the time about your importance to the community, but your sense of the community is to be your best self. Because if you're your best self, you've bettered your community in the process. So always remember that. If it's through education, if it's through travel, if it's through jobs, sometimes you're going to find a job and you're going to hate it. Bounce. You know, some people feel so stuck in their jobs. You could look at adults, people all around, all different jobs today. They're so stuck because they're, how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to do this? So you fast forward, I asked you where you're going to be in 10 years. A lot of people in 10 years, they wake up and they're like, this isn't what I wanted for myself. This isn't what I would have said graduating high school. So you got to make sure you're constantly overcoming that adversity. That when you hit that first wall, when you hit those challenges, just like you guys hit coronavirus and COVID, I'm sure when it first happened, you're like, what's going on here? But fast forward 3 months, you're all graduating. Soon, COVID's going to be over. It's going to be a whisper, and you're going to look back and you're like, that wasn't bad. What was the worst part of it? We had to stay home and just pull online. Really not that difficult. As we get older, it's going to be more and more challenges that happen. And it's always going to be how you bounce back, how you overcome, what you triumph over. And then you look and you use that for the next one. And I know it's, you know, I don't want to bring anyone down, but it's those challenges that make you be successful. You ask any millionaire, anyone who's a CEO of a company, if you guys watch Michael Jordan's documentary, The Last Dance, which I'm sure you did, he was always saying, you know, all these little challenges that was in front of him, like that's what got him to be great. A lot of people, these little challenges happen and they fall back. They can't overcome it. But that doesn't make you great. What makes you great is pushing through those challenges and then looking back and be like, that was pretty simple. So for you guys, just remember, wherever you go, like the tribe will always be here. Marysville to Layla will always be here. So it's on you to figure out what you can bring back, what you can do for your families, what you can do for your elders. And that's by being your best self. So regardless of what's going on, always remember, if you're being your best self, you've made your family better, you've made your community better, you've made your tribe better. And always look forward to it, that overcoming that adversity. And I know, like Sam said, you know, you're gonna go through some ups and downs. Just like coronavirus, I'm gonna mention it again. You go back 3 months ago, we had no idea what we were going into. You guys were hearing your teachers, you were hearing TV, you were telling, oh my God, the world's over. I grew up in the time of Y2K. I was in high school, and I remember it was the same way with Y2K. You guys probably don't even remember what that was. Because it was a blip on the radar. When we were going through it, it was no little thing. It was, oh my God, what's going to happen? But when you grow up and you're past it, you're going to look back and like, oh, that was nothing. What was important is that you made it through and that you graduated. So always remember what you want to be in 10 years. It's going to be full of those challenges. But if you overcome those challenges and you look at that adversity like the challenge it is, you're going to travel the world. You're going to be happy. You're going to be successful. You'll have 2 houses, 4 houses if you want to. All the money you want, as long as you keep overcoming those challenges. And then just to end it is just to remember, like, when you have those challenges, if it's too much for you on your own, reach out and ask for help. Ask your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, your elders, because odds are they've gone through it too, and they can give you that advice. So you guys, you've done great, and just remember this is one stepping stone to the future, and you keep taking those stepping stones, and you're going to be where you want to be in 10 years. Thank you.
Woohoo!
I want to thank our witnesses again and the great words they shared with us. I'm going to put a couple of these guys on the spot, and I'm going to have them come up here and say a few words. It's something you guys have to
Is the mic not
get
working?
used to. You guys are going to be leaders, so you're going to get put on the spot. You're going to get asked to do these things. And when you're up here, you share what's on your heart. And if you do that, the good heart and the good mind, the words will come. You'll say the right thing. Even if it's just thank you, Mom and Dad. But you get up here and you share openly and honestly, and everything will be good. So I'm going to have Isaiah and Karen come up here and share a few words. Come on, guys.
Woo!
Speak up.
I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for coming, and thank you for having us, Santana and Tom.
I'd like to thank Tana and Tom for having us and doing prom for us and the graduation. just for everyone's support and everyone being here.
Can you hear me now? I don't know. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. So just thankful for everyone.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone for supporting me while I've gone through high school and the rest of school and all that. And I don't know what to say.
Next, I want to call on Jaden and Alyssa. Come on up, guys.
Thank you for everyone for being here, and Santana and Tom for playing this. It was really cool. Thanks to my mom and Wade for helping me. I wouldn't have graduated without them. Just thank you.
Woo!
Helping me through it. It was hard, not gonna lie.
Good job, guys. I know that's tough to be put on the spot, but that's what we do. That's where we come from. We have to learn these types of things. I've had it happen to me before. It's just something we learn over time how to do. So right now I want to open the floor. I want aunts and uncles, grandpa, grandma, whoever. I want you guys to share some words from the heart to the graduates and give them some wisdom and guidance. If nobody wants to stand up, I'll just start calling on some people. So. All right, Paul, come on up.
Woo! Uncle Paul!
He locked eyes on you.
I knew I was making too much eye contact.
Thank you, Sam. I'd just like to start out by saying congratulations to you all.
Woohoo!
I'm just proud. I'm proud. You guys all hit your first milestone. Your first one of many. Of many, I believe in all of you. You are going to hit some amazing ones in the future, and I can't wait to see it. I just want you to know, I want you to keep all of your wonder alive. Never stop striving for learning. Take everything you can and use it. Use it to be a better person. Gain as much knowledge as you can. Help each other. Help others.